Hey everybody, this is AYG's Alpha Team, here with another Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia video. This is going to be a character build video guide for Cid Highwind. So if you're not familiar with Cid, he is from Final Fantasy VII. I'm not going to really go into, all these characters' backstories when I do these videos, these character build videos. So just so you know, he's from 7, he's pretty awesome. So let's get into it. One thing I'm going to assume is that you have your level 60 and your crystal level 60, and that you have all of his weapons and they're all max limit broke. So I know that's not a practical thing, like not everyone's going to have that, but for the sake of these videos, we're just going to work on the builds that we do based on the strongest character we can have. So Cid's a little untraditional in the sense that he doesn't have the same kind of approach to things with his particular skills, is because his EX weapon is a 7-hit attack, but it's also preceded by 7 brave attacks. So it's a brave attack, then an HP attack. And then it does that 7 times. So the max brave you're going to need to execute this is 9,999, because that's the max you can do per hit. So the max brave isn't really a big factor with him. I mean, of course you want to have it. He does have Bravery Overflow of 150% with both of his special attacks, Hyper Jump and Dragon Dive. Hyper Jump is a group AoE attack. Dragon Dive is not. They both hit 3 times. The Hyper Jump hits 3 times to every opponent and then delivers an HP attack. The Dragon Dive only does 3 Bravery hits to 1 opponent and then does an HP attack. So the max you'll need for that is, let's say you're starting at 0. The max you'll need for that is 30,000, because you're going to be able to do 9999 3 times. So with the overflow, it's beneficial in case you do have more brave, but again, it's not really a factor to have a high max brave for this. So it's good and it's bad. You could go high max brave if you want. I feel like you're going to get more benefit from other things though. So the build that I went ahead and did that I think is going to be the most beneficial for him is with my... So again, I'm going to assume you have all the passes unlocked and that you're going to use them all. And this is mainly going to focus on your passive abilities through artifacts. So these are the artifacts I have. I initially went a full attack 108, max brave 330, but again then I realized, I'm not really getting a benefit from the max brave 330s. I could be using that for something else. So then I switched it up and I tried to figure out how is he going to be the most efficient, like what's the best things I can do. So his best utilities are his EX move and his Dragon Dive, because his Dragon Dive does a debuff. But again, his Dragon Dive will not hit for very hard because it only has 3 hits and it only attacks 1 opponent. So your bravery stack on that isn't going to be very high. So then I figured, okay, well, if his EX move is his best move, how do I get to execute that more efficiently? And the best way to do that is with speed. Now he's a relatively okay character when it comes to speed. He's not super fast, but he's also not slow. He's pretty mid-level, middle of the line kind of character. So with these speed buffs that you get from these artifact passives, you get an additional 5% with active buffs, and you will have those buffs on constantly because you get buffs from every time you do a special attack. So you'll be fine in that respect. So you have the potential to get 15% more boost to speed, and that will in turn let you execute your EX move more often, which has the potential to hit to roughly 70k, assuming you're only attacking 1 target, or 70k spread across multiple targets. So in my opinion, the attack 108 with a speed buff 2-star is going to be your best bet. It's going to help you give more utility to your team because you'll be executing more high level damaging attacks. You could go with something else like Dragon Dive boost or a Hyper Jump boost. Always beneficial, but they won't be as efficient as having a strong attack with a lot of speed, or the max speed he can have, I guess. So this is what I'm going to go with. Ideally you want to have attack 108 with speed buff 2-star. I've been trying to get those, and I was going to actually put off this video until I got a bunch of them, but I've been grinding non-stop since his event came out, and I have yet to get one, so this is as close as I've gotten. Is attack 108 with the speed buff 1-star, and then these others 2 right here. But this is what I'm going with. Again, you guys, this is just my opinion on what I think is going to be the most efficient way to build this character. I'm sure you have your own opinions. You don't have to necessarily agree with me. This is just what I do. It seems to work out great. I get a lot of turns. Even going with characters like, even in parties with characters like Jack, like who is super fast, I'm competing with his speed. Like we're always swapping turns. I did a test on some basic enemies, and after you break and like the amount of turns you get in between breaks, it definitely is increased with the speed buff. It's pretty efficient, and the reason you want to do the speed again is because you want to get to that EX move as fast as possible. Which if you don't have the speed buffs, it takes 2 turns. If you do have the speed buffs, and you get some other buff from another character that involves speed, you will be doing it every other turn. It's happened only once for me, but again, it's really just, we're not really trying to be reliant on our party, on the characters in our party. We want to be able to do our own work by ourselves, and that's another reason I built it out this way, is like, you don't really have to rely on someone else to boost you. You're going to have a high attack, you're going to be super fast, you're going to be executing that EX move as fast as possible. And that's why I built it out this way. But thanks for watching, guys. Go ahead and leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more from regaming.com. Also, shoot us a comment if you have any questions or you want to give us any feedback. It's always appreciated. Until then, go ahead. Game on.
Game on! Yeah, game on!